Cocktails with Calamity. Cocktails with Calamity. Cocktails with Calamity. Cocktails with Calamity.
Hey, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying meeting all these awesome people. They are so fun. We are blessed to have such friends.
You know, we played a show out in Wonder Valley and we met Kevin Bone, and it was so cool to meet him because actually he loves what we do, and so we love him back. Thank you, Kevin.
Let's meet Kevin right now. All right, Kevin, we finally got rid of the ladies, and so we were going to focus on you. Thank you so much for being here. Kevin Bone from the Palms in Wonder Valley, ladies and gentlemen. Marcia and Nisha met Kevin when we played that amazing stage out there during our Listen Local at the Palms event, which is going to happen again in November. Thank you for having us return. So anyway, welcome to the show, and thank you for being here. What's happening?
Well, thank you, Catherine. And the show that you played at the Palms, I actually had a chance to step outside for that for a few minutes, and it just sounded amazing. I was really happy to be able to do that because I don't always get to hear who is playing because I'm at the bar bartending. So I was able to find the time. And before I stepped outside the door, I heard a sound that I really liked. I thought, I don't know who this is, but they're really good. And I stepped out and it was you all.
Yay.
So that was really fun. That was really fun. That's what you would hope.
Thank you.
Know. And so yeah, I'm really blessed to be able to be at a place with being not only a performer myself, but also I was a person that was at every show that anybody ever did in New York City, supporting all my friends. Every night I would see 2 or 3 bands in the same night if I had several friends playing. Then moved to LA and the same thing. So to have 2 stages right in my backyard, basically, and have access to all this amazing food, and I love to eat, in the middle of the desert is pretty amazing.
It's super amazing. That place is magical. Yeah.
It is magical. I found out about it, or I had heard about it years before I ever got there from a friend, Rosa Pullman, who was a housemate of mine in Los Angeles, and she used to talk about coming out to this amazing place in Wonder Valley. And then there was a guy named Ben Vaughn, had a 6-band indoor music festival, and a couple of my friends from Los Angeles were playing, and I went there to support my friends and fell in love with the place and saw the singer, guitar player of the Sibleys play, and immediately knew I had to get to know her. And about a month and a half ago, we got married. And she is the owner. She and her family own the Palms. And so it's just really worked out for, I kind of help out with the booking and the bar and the staffing, and she takes care of the kitchen and et cetera, et cetera. And so we really have become quite a team to make this happen, and it fulfills our passions because she loves to cook. And even though she's flipped the same burgers for 20 some odd years, she's now exploring vegan cooking, which is much more of her passion. And she has a kitchen where she can do that. And I love music, but I also love theater. And I have stages where I can not only bring stuff in or say yes if you'd like to book a show with us, but I can also create my own content and present it there, which I have. And so it's really the best of all worlds there.
So amazing. Congratulations on that. That's just a beautiful life. And
It's
yeah,
been
Laura's amazing on stage. She's just this presence, and the 3 of you, just those songs are just so freaking fun and rad and rocking. Yeah, love the Sibleys.
They're fun, and they're fun to listen to, and they're fun to play. So the bass player moved to Arizona, and Laura's brother James had been playing drums, but he wanted to go back to bass, which is how I started. And I played drums a little bit. I said, well, I'll give it a shot. So now I'm the drummer for the band. So it's been really fun.
Musical chairs. I love it.
So after playing out there, that was the first time I'd been there. I walked in and I couldn't believe my eyes. I was just awestruck. And the first thing I thought was, where has this been all my life? But I was just curious, because then I posted some pictures to Facebook of us and of the venue and everything. And all of a sudden I start getting this string. Oh, I love that place. Oh, I've been there. I love it. And I thought, how are all these people knowing about this place? I mean, it was a substantial number of people who had been there. And my question is, have you picked up just anecdotally what brings people out?
There's a few factors there. So there are the clientele. The general clientele is made of people of the community, people that are on their way to Vegas that know about us, or maybe they don't know about us. They're curious. They want to stop for a quick drink. In the summertime, we have a lot of Europeans, especially for whatever reason, German bikers that love the desert in the hot pot of August and stop in. But then people that find out about it, a lot of people from LA know about it. The big place in town for many years has been Pappy and Harriet's. It's a little more convenient to Los Angeles, and it also books some fairly big names. We're farther out. We're a little more down home, maybe at this stage of the game. They got really, really overblown when Paul McCartney played there at Pappy and Harriet's, and then people that didn't know about it know about it. So I think at this point, before this was all happening, people that knew about the Palms just loved that it was out there even farther, that it felt very real, that it didn't feel pretentious, that you didn't come in with your store-bought cowboy hats and your city attitude and tell us what it was like to be a cowboy, that you just sort of love being out there in this real space. And I think that same thing exists. People go out there because they know that they're going to see, they don't know, they're going to see anything in this beautiful place under the stars, but the vibe is not pretentious. And I can say that even though I work there, because I know it to be true. I feel it. I hear from everybody. It's an every person's bar with fun things happening. So I think that's a lot of the draw. It just feels like the real deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree 100%. Like I said, open that door and my life changed.
Yes, mine too.
I really love the stage and the feeling and the wind blowing, and just, it was really one of the best live experience outdoors that I've ever had in my life. So I wanted to thank you for that. And the colors and lighting and the people, it was so wonderful. And I look forward to doing it again. Thank you.
We look forward to having you do it again there. It was really wonderful.
You know, you hit on something and it made me think about how there's certain rock stars where no matter what they wear, they look cool. They just emanate cool. The Palms is cool without trying to be cool. It's just cool. It doesn't have to try. It just is.
I like it.
Thank you for saying that. I agree with you. I really do. And you can feel store-bought cool. And you can, when I mentioned you can feel when some person or a place has decided to buy cool, buy the look of cool, rather than just be who you are and wear what you wear. And that's cool. And so most of our community out where we are, the Wonder Valley community, that's what it's about. And that's what you felt when you got there. It's a really amazing community of people, very supportive, extremely supportive. They just love to be out and to be with everybody and to support what's going on. And as a performer, there's, what else could you ask for, really?
Exactly. Yeah, Marcia and I spent half of that festival contemplating what that stage was. It looked like maybe the bottom of the hull of a ship, or we couldn't figure it out. And then you told me, and I was blown away.
Skate ramp that was flipped over. It was purchased for, well, I may not be exact on the details, but it was something along the lines of a case of beer, and flipped over, turned over to be that beautiful blue stage. And there you go. There are so many stories of different parts of the Palms. The bus was driven through Mexico and then landed. I don't know. There's you could sit and talk for an hour about the stories surrounding the Palms. Before they owned it, there was a model railroad that went around, circled around in the back of the restaurant, and all this fun stuff. Lots of fun. The guillotine was built for a music video of the Sibleys called Can I Borrow Your Guillotine? And the director of the video built the guillotine, and they just left it there. It's a great prop. So.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to use that.
Just a guillotine hanging out. No big whoop.
You're welcome to it.
Maybe we'll film Earthquake Girl video at the Palms, because Joseph Barrett is gonna film it for us. So maybe if you guys, with your permission.
You have our permission. There it is.
That would be
there
great.
It is recorded.
Awesome. Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The Palms magic that's what it is. I mean, that's what I would describe it. There's a magic there that you can't really deny.
It's true. It's a little vortex spot. These beautiful vegan dinner parties where you're pairing with another chef. What's up with those?
Okay, so Laura's been vegan for a little bit, even though she'll flip you an excellent burger made out of beef. But she's, again, done that for 25 years. She just makes incredible food, vegan food. And a lot of the times, if you didn't say it was vegan, you could probably serve anything she makes to a meat eater and just say, here's a nice meal, and they would love it. You know, sometimes the word vegan gets in the way for people. But anyway, so she's got this kitchen, and so we've talked about maybe doing other things, and she would throw in a special here and there. She has a friend that she's cooked with once before, and they did a 5-course homemade Indian meal that was very successful. This was months ago. And so they talked about doing it again, and they talked about doing it vegan. And in the meantime, Laura also wants to start her own thing called Laura's Compassionate Kitchen, which we don't know what that will turn into. Another restaurant, a cookbook, whatever. We don't know. It's not the concern right now. It's a matter of who are you and what do you do? So Laura's Compassionate Kitchen is going to be the umbrella, and she will put on these dinners on a fairly regular basis. Every now and then she will partner up with somebody, and that's what happened a couple weeks ago on Sunday. It was 6 courses, amazing, sold out. And, you know, Palms Burger is about $4. This ticket was $59 a seat, and it sold out.
Is there another one of these on the calendar?
January, I want to say January 23rd. I will.
Okay,
look
cool.
that up, but yeah. And then they'll go from there. But yeah, plenty of
That's
them.
amazing. I love that. I love that you guys are doing that there, and I love that there's such a big draw for that, and that people are, you know, getting on that vegan wagon.
There was that, but also I think people, it didn't feel just like a dinner. It felt like an event. I mean, people were there for 4 hours, just talking and eating and laughing and drinking. There was a wine tasting thing that went with it, and it felt more like a real event. So it was a very special night. It was good. We'll do more of them.
Good. Beautiful.
Thank
beautiful. Kevin's got a lot of theatrical stuff coming up at the Palms, Nisha, and maybe you can give him an opening for that to tell us about that.
I'd like to audition right now. What potions have I drunk of siren tears, distilled from Limbeck's foul is hell within?
Is she hired? Did she get the part?
Hired. You got the part. You got the part. But I haven't told you what the part is. So
yeah.
we got a few things coming up.
I'd like to pay an old witch with rotten teeth.
Ooh, I might write that in.
Okay.
Could you recite from as Cindy Lou Who from The Grinch, but as that person?
Of course.
There you
Of
go.
course.
That's what we'll do
Okay.
first.
Okay. Love it.
Okay, sounds good. Not right now, though. I have to
Not
go
right now.
look at Cindy Lou Who because I don't have that memorized, but of course I'll do it in that witch voice. Cindy
Santa
Lou
I love it. I love it.
Why have you stolen our Christmas tree?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why have you stolen our Christmas tree?
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, just put your hair up in little
Yeah.
little things and you got it. Yep,
Why?
exactly.
Why have
You
you
would be a
stolen
good
our
Cindy Lou
Christmas
Who.
tree?
That's
My name
amazing.
is Cindy Lou Who.
You are no more than 2.
I am no more than 2,000 years old.
You do look like a cartoon character.
Oh
right
my
now.
God, that's so great.
Uh,
Oh gosh, you're giving me ideas. Thank you. We are creating a Joshua Tree solo performance festival at the end of April, a weekend-long festival that includes lodging and all sorts of solo theater related events. And
Cool.
that will be, it hasn't been publicly announced, but it's a big deal. That'll be at the end of April.
It has now.
That's right.
It has now. It's been recorded. Well, we're doing it. We've signed the papers and we're doing it. We've gotten, it's a go. So it's pretty exciting. And then for the Palms, I'm in the middle of writing a murder mystery with dinner for the Palms.
Nice.
So Misha, I think we might have to talk. And then, and I'm working on my own solo show, my second one-man show that will be performed sometime in the spring.
Super cool. You do so much
Awesome.
good shit up here, Kevin.
You keep on fracking, oh, you keep on fracking. We told you so, we told you so. Dancing on the cracks, dancing where it's cracking. We told you so, we told you so. Earthquake girl, you rock her up in a whirl. Earthquake girl, you keep on pushing, 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 pushing on the world.
We're going to make the video out in the desert in the new year.
This is going to be the first Calamity video ever produced by someone other than Calamity.
But the rest of our videos are awesome. Want to see?
Come on round to the dark side. Ain't nothing here, nowhere to hide. Come on round to the dark side. Come on round to the dark side. But trouble, it always finds us. Trouble, please let us go. Trouble, you're a weed in our garden. Don't want you to grow. I'm up next downtown. I'm your next round. Take a shot at me. I'm up next, my turn. Time for me to burn. Time for me to burn bright. Take a look, take a look, take a look at me. Gonna make history. I hate you. I hate you. I despise you. I realize you never even cared. Never even cared. After all, after all, after all, it's still his home. Don't you know that he's chasing rainbows? Whoa, whoa, cowboys and rainbows. Don't you know that he's chasing rainbows? Whoa, whoa, oh. She's just one of your old tricks. Don't mean nothing, she don't mix. Once she was your paradise, 10 years of pain, not dark as eyes. She's just one of your old tricks. Don't mean nothing, she don't mix. Once she was your paradise, 10 years of pain, now dark as eyes. Dark as eyes. Don't think twice.
Do you want to talk about word slingers, or are you good with how many people come? You might get a few other people interested.
Oh, sure. We it was funny. Kristen mentioned being a storytelling coach.
Oh yeah, right.
And
Yeah.
so I wanted to start something, a writing group of sorts, but with no experience necessary. Partially for my own sake, because I'm doing some writing, and so created something called Word Slingers. And it's very open, anybody can be part of it, and it's about 2 hours, and I'll throw out a prompt and we write for 10 minutes on the prompt, and then go around and just talk about what we heard, what we liked, what resonated. Stay away from any criticism, just positive feedback. And it's become a regular weekly event with some really wonderful and amazing people on it. I love it. And you being one of them, Catherine, you know that there are people that have actually made sort of long distance friendships with people they haven't even met before.
Oh yeah, I
through
love
this.
Patrice. Patrice is like I just love that woman, and it was so neat to finally meet Karen in person when I got to. Yeah, no, it's a
Yeah.
great group. And for me, I've always wanted to write, but I'm afraid of someone reading my writing because punctuation I'm iffy on, and I'm always hesitant then. But if
I can help you with that.
but if you can, are you good at punctuation and grammar?
Yes.
I wouldn't have thought.
Yes.
I mean, I
No, I really am.
really.
I was an executive secretary, and I did really great in English and literature and grammar, and studied it in college. And so I had to, especially being an executive secretary, get all the grammar right and punctuation.
Well, I'll make sure I
This,
send you everything to edit before it goes out, because
Send it to
anymore
me.
I'm getting worse. As I get older, I get, I don't know. I'm not going to proofread.
But there's also computer programs for that.
Yes, that's right. But not having someone read it. If I'm reading it out loud, then I don't have to worry about my punctuation. I can speak my punctuation however I meant it to sound, without worrying about people looking at my grammar. And so I love, that's one of my favorite parts of it, as well as the feedback. It's so nice to hear people just telling what they felt when you read your little story, and the freedom to do a haiku if you want, or write a story, like, traditional kind of story or song lyrics or whatever you want. It's just fantastic. I love it, Kevin.
It's a very supportive group. I love the group. And I actually, my solo performance coaches who I stole the idea from, as far as accept only positive feedback or questions. And some might say, well, what about the negative criticism? Don't you need that too? And I'm with her. I don't think so. I think if you follow the positive, you end up weeding out the negative just by nature following the positive. And you don't feel bad. You don't feel bashed. And it seems to work. It seems to work great. But on the note that you were talking about, Catherine, I've had a really interesting experience because I've been invited to do a storytelling event that's coming up. And a woman named Cheryl Montel out here does something. And this one is called Desert Stories. So I've been asked to do a desert story. And it's been kind of the opposite of what you're experiencing. When I write something to be read as written, there's a certain way that it looks on paper that feels right to me.
Yeah.
But if I then try to turn that into out of my mouth storytelling, all of a sudden it doesn't sound real. So I've had to train myself, and part of the solo performance journey has been learning how to write dialogue so that it sounds like dialogue and not like something that a written story, because there's a difference. It sounds different, it feels different. So I've had to flip things around from what you're saying, write so that I can speak it and it sounds like it's coming out of my head, not out of my pen. It's been a really interesting experience.
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Super cool.
No, I mean, it's good deep.
Yeah.
But that's deep, man.
Yeah, it's been a trip. I like all these things are connected. I am not an actor. I certainly never thought I'd do anything solo, standing on a stage by myself. And I took the class to give the information to someone else, and I got hooked by it. So you never know. But I took the class also thinking it all fits together, and it does. Storytelling. This is all telling a story. The music you all play, that's telling a story. It's performing on a stage. It's telling a story. All of it, whether you're reading a story or whatever it is, all of these things are connected, I believe. And so it's fun being, either part of or witnessing all of these things as they're happening and say, wow, this is how we communicate with each other.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Totally.
Storytelling.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for coming by our party and for keeping one going out in Wonder Valley.
Thank you for having me here, and really nice to meet both of you and the others that have left already. It's been really neat just being part of this tonight.
Nice. We love
Thank
you.
you.
Our love, Dolores.
Thank you.
Stay safe out
Okay.
there.
Love you too. Bye-bye.